guys, welcome to the Basement Breakdown. We're back after UFC London. Much like what John Jones has been doing to the heavyweight division, we got fucked tonight. I'm not completely upset with my picks, but we're going to go over what happened during the event. It was overall not the most exciting fight card, I feel like. Lots of decisions. Overall, I would give it probably like a 5 out of 10. I think it sets up some interesting fights because of the caliber of fighters that are on this card. There are some mashups you can make. So maybe we go over that a little bit, but I gotta face the music, guys. I did terrible in my picks and gotta make a quick video about it because we're not gonna shy away from the results. I revised one of my picks, which was Meatball Molly, when they announced what her new opponent would be. And I said, she'd either lose a submission or a unanimous decision, then retire. I got one of those things right. She, retired, and she did lose by submission. Well, let's go back to the beginning. So, for the first fight on the card, I didn't tune in for. It was Guram versus Cal Fernandez. It was a fun fight, actually, from what the highlights I saw. 2 knockdowns for Cow. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Guram had a shit ton of guys in his corner. He has, Ilya, Kamza, a whole team of dudes. And he was kind of ass, to say the least, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't see that fight. I also didn't talk about that fight. All right. Nathan Fletcher was our first pick. I'm going to reference this thing called MMA Verdict, which is a scoring system where they, I guess, get an AI or something to kind of score the rounds. And based on all the factors that you would have, we have a damage-based scoring system now. So, I don't know. Some of these fights are weird. I thought Nathan Fletcher won the second round definitely. You could maybe even give it a 10-8. The first round he loses. And then the third round, he lands the most significant shots. This is a damage-based scoring system. So if you look above the eye of Calon, he wins the second and third. I thought pretty clearly. I thought they'd give it to Nathan Fletcher. They didn't. I'm pretty sure the Irish went I'm pretty sure they went 3-0 on this card. Well, the Brits didn't do so well. I think under 500 probably. Moving on. Oh, I need a little water, guys. I ain't got none. Alright, this should do just fine. Let's do this. These are for old people. I don't know why I have any, but whatever. Sure. Continue. Shauna Benon versus Pooja Tamar. Holy fuck, I thought that Shauna was going to get fucking KO'd. She looked terrible. She kept using, her one leg, just kicking off her one leg. It was ridiculous to watch. I really don't know what she was doing. I looked in the comments after, as I follow various MMA pages, and even in the comments, there was this chick just being one of the worst displays of women's MMA. I was hey, you said it on me. That was pretty freaking bad. Shauna got the submission. I don't know if you guys thought it was controversial. She really had it in or whatever. I saw some people were a little upset about that. Good submission. Whatever. That was my pick, so I was happy with that. We move on. Christian Leroy Duncan. I'm really not sure why I didn't pick him. Stupid. I think I just based it basically off of his last loss, but Christian Leroy Duncan absolutely destroyed Andre Puliev, worked him. He was not as strong as him. He wasn't able to reverse position when he was against the cage. He wasn't able to get off shots. He had a couple kicks. Again, throw a high kick that was good, and a leg kick, sometimes a body kick, but that was about it. Christian Leroy Duncan absolutely dominated him. He looked very good. And, I like hearing the British corners. I'm gonna sound like a fucking get him, lad. Fucking go after it. I don't know. But Christian Leroy Duncan. And then we go to Mike Parkin versus Marcin Tybura. I picked Mike Parkin. I'll be honest with you. I don't think maybe not robbery, but I thought that the first round, which I also didn't like a lot of the time, like a lot of the commentary, which was Bisping, Paul Felder and stuff, like I don't know, like they made it seem like like they make it seem like what's happening isn't necessarily the case all the time. Like I remember they were talking about Nathan Fletcher, like one of the British commentators was like, he won all rounds, like he keeps, like, I don't know, there's a bit of a bias I felt on some of the commentating in this card, and it kind of took away from what was like actually happening. But I'm not like talking shit. Like obviously these guys are like, they know what they're talking about, but sometimes, I mean, anyways, they made it seem like Mick Parkin had no chance in the first round, I remember, and I was like, I thought he won the first round. And then you see like on the actual I guess on my TV basically, like what people were tweeting, being like, yeah, 10-9 Parkin, 10-9. Yeah, man, I thought Mick Parkin won rounds 1 and 2 pretty clearly, and Ty Bureau won the last round. They gave him a unanimous decision. His contract's up with the UFC, so like now they either have to give him another one or like he goes to another federation. I'm not sure what they'll do. He's ranked number 8, so like, and he just beat a guy who's undefeated. Like he still got it, I guess. I thought he should have lost. Anyway, Lawler Kavanaugh versus Felipe dos Santos. I picked Felipe dos Santos, and he kind of did very well at the beginning, which is what I saw from him. But dude, like Lawler's a freaking dog. The ref did a terrible job reffing. Like I'm not sure how many fouls that Felipe dos Santos, like he committed a bunch of fouls, grabbing the cage to not let him get out. Like he like elbows or fucking the spine or whatever. Like he just kept doing shit. Like he kept up kicking when he was like, or like in such a way, like when he was in his guard, he would just like kept doing a bunch of illegal shit basically. And like the like no points were taken away. It was kind of ridiculous. I think there were like, he gets like 3 warnings per foul. Like it was unbelievable. But yeah, man, wins the first round, and then the second and third, Lawler Kavanaugh rallies, takes him down a bunch, does good ground and pound. To be fair, Felipe dos Santos did very well off of his back, but I mean, Kavanaugh just kept the pace on him, landed shots, took him down, won the decision. I thought he won the fight too. I'm not angry with it. I could also see it going Felipe dos Santos' way that second round, but like, it realistically, it's okay. Anyways, good fight. We continued to be wrong. Next, I picked Jai Herbert. But the thing is about when we were wrong, they're all decisions. And they're not clear-cut decisions where someone gets fucking dominated. And they're like, okay, like, some people in the comments are like, robbery. Not deferring to anyone else, this is my opinion, but it's like, they're close decisions. They could go to the other fighter. I'd like to see what people's takes are, like, later on. And, like, watch what, like, other people kind of think about the fights. Who are big in MMA, kind of like see how they see it, but that's how I feel. This Jai Herbert versus Chris Padilla fight, he had a nasty cut at the end of the fight, it was a really boring fight. Very boring fight. But it's damage-based scoring. Like, we've changed. We gave Sean O'Malley a win versus Peter Yan. Like, if we're truly doing this, and Jai Herbert just signed a new contract, I believe, with the UFC, like, they gave Chris Padilla the decision. Another split, I think. Round 1, nothing happened. I give it to Jai Herbert, maybe for activity. Nothing happened. I mean, round 2 is close, but I mean, I think Chris Padilla had more active, probably more significant strikes a little bit. And then the third round, like, he cuts him open with that. Besides that, what's the biggest moment of the round? So he wins the first and the third. That's what I thought. Moving to the main card. Then we went on So Nathaniel Wood and Morgan Charrier. I was wrong. Morgan Charrier, he's going to be nothing better than a prelim fighter. Like, he's not, I'm dissing a little bit. He's not that guy, man. He's not going to be he's not going to be a perennial contender or anything like that. But Nathaniel Wood, man, he looked really good. He had a knockdown that I'm surprised didn't knock Morgan Charrier out. He was faster, very well conditioned, very confident. Just overall, I feel like he was a much better fighter. So good for him for winning. That was a sick fight. It was, in comparison to other fights on the card, it was kind of a sick fight. Okay, we got our pick of Chris Duncan right, which was nice. yeah, knocks him down, submits him. Very nice in round 2. I think I said TKO, so I was wrong about that. But, I mean, he almost TKO'd him. Then we went to Meatball. No, it's Molly McCann is her name, even though she retired. Molly McCann. And we have Alexia Thanera. Like I said, she would get Meatball Molly. Okay, whatever. I'm going to call her out of respect, Meatball Molly. But, yeah, man. She retired right there. Good for the sport. Free up a roster spot for someone better to join. But I hope she has a great life, obviously. You know. Always remember that spinning back fist to whoever the hell. Angela Hill, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, Gunnar Nelson and Kevin Holland, I was kind of proud of this pick. I said Kevin Holland would win. I said maybe like KO in like the first round or something. But I said he'd win. I just guessed. I gave an extra guess. Yeah, Gunnar Nelson was old. In the first round, I don't know much was happening until like Holland knocked him down at the end and thought the fight might be over after some ground and pound. But that wasn't it. You know, we had 2 more rounds of the fight to go. Gunnar Nelson spent like maybe 9 minutes like on the ground controlling Kevin Holland. But while that was happening, Kevin Holland was landing a lot of strikes from the bottom, which is why I'm sure they gave him the second round. Like, he just wasn't doing anything. So, Kevin Holland snaps his 2-fight losing skid against Gunnar Nelson. I thought, like, this would happen. So, he didn't look great on the ground. He's so much longer, and he's a little younger, and he's so active and stuff, as opposed to Gunnar Nelson, a guy who just takes off time with the sport when he feels like he needs to, which is fine. There's no diss to him. He has a good record. Now I think he's like 10-6 in the UFC. Before he was 10-5. So he's winning 50%. Like, yeah, whatever. Kevin Holland wins. Next we have Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos Ulberg. Yeah, Jan Blachowicz wins round 1 and 3. I'm kidding, guys. That's just my opinion. I think he wins round 1 and 3. I don't know, man. Like, it's just Jan Blachowicz is kind of on the. I think this was boring as fuck too. Like, not much happened. Low kicks. I thought that Jan did a good job checking them. I think Carlos Ulberg took the harder leg kicks. I think like Jan checked more. Carlos Ulberg did land some of his own. In the last round, I believe he damaged Jan Blachowicz's eye, but like barely. I still had Blachowicz landing better shots up top. He was the one who was pushing the pace basically the entire time. I don't know, man. It was pretty shit to watch, but like him coming back from like a double shoulder surgery, he did pretty well for himself. I thought he should have won round 1 and 3. They gave it to Carlos Ulberg. So now I guess Carlos Ulberg will go on to fight Yuri Prochazka. That's what makes sense next for those two. Now, Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. I'm very sorry. I don't know what I did here as well. I'm a bit ashamed of this one because I was led to believe by my own intuition and I guess what I've seen that this would go somewhat different. But you know what? Sean Brady's a dog. His only loss is to Bilal Muhammad. I'm not sure if the staff had anything to do with Leon Edwards, maybe not performing. But when I saw him get introduced in the octagon and he just didn't look fired up, he kind of just like looked very like, I don't know, kind of casual. And I was just like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I remember like he's always like straight faced or whatever, but like more movement, more excitement. Like, I don't know. I just was like, oh fuck, like that doesn't look good. And never been submitted. He gets submitted by Sean Brady. He gets worked like really all 3 rounds, just taken down. He doesn't look like he's listening. He just looked really unmotivated. And Sean Brady looks great. I mean, I can go and unpack this and be like, oh, like, Leon Edwards is a fraud. Which is what a lot of people are saying. But maybe Sean Brady's that good. I'm just going to give, like, a little bit of a take here. Like, Sean Brady was winning that Bilal Muhammad fight. Or from what I can remember, he was doing very well for himself on the feet. Until he got, you know, TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad. But they were having a nice fight where Sean Brady, and that was a good amount of time ago. I think that Leon Edwards was like in their Kamaru Usman fight, the first one. Obviously, he does get dominated, but he's the first guy to ever take Kamaru Usman down, I believe, in the first round. He wins that first round. So it's like, I don't know, like he beats Colby Covington even though he broke his foot. I guess I don't know. Kamaru the second time watching that's a good fight, but I guess Kamaru's coming back from getting KO'd. But Leon before that was on a nice streak of wins. We're very quick to dismiss people after they lose and they go on a little bit of a losing streak, man. Like, he's fighting the top guys. These are ground guys. He was supposed to fight Jack Dilla Maddalena, and that fight got changed. So Sean Brady is a bit of a different guy when you're preparing for a guy who you're going to strike with, and then you get Sean Brady. Yeah, so he got submitted. But yeah, man, Nate Diaz... No, we're not. You can't call anyone a bum or anyone for being a champion, doing what he did to Kamaru Usman, like handing him a loss like that, like. But like maybe we saw something that like wasn't there to a certain extent, like maybe because of the way that first Kamaru Usman fight went, I thought to myself he would have better takedown defense against a guy like Sean Brady. But realistically, like the Colby Covington who he fought can't take down nobody anymore. He's gonna shove his head into your crotch. But yeah, I mean, we got those wrong, so we didn't do too well this card, guys. But yeah, you give what do you kind of do now with some of these guys? Sean Brady, I guess you kind of gotta wait till Jack and Bilal kind of battle it out, and then do you give him someone in the meantime, just for a contender fight? I think so, because they're probably going to give Shavkat the next shot. He was supposed to get it until he got injured, but that's not his fault. And then Bilal pulled out because of his toe. I mean, yeah, I think Sean Brady's going to have to fight someone else in the division. Who do you give him? Because now he's ranked number 1. He's just going to take Leon's spot. He's ranked number 1. So it's like, does he really need to fight anybody else? Like, can he just fight for the title? Can he just wait a little bit? Like, he's on, like, I feel like a decent enough streak since his loss to Bilal. Gilbert Burns, Kevin Gastelum, and Leon Edwards, after being undefeated until the Bilal Muhammad fight. I feel like you wait out and you probably get a title shot. I don't know if he has to fight Kamaru Usman or... Nah, I don't see that. Anyways, I need some content for later in the week, so I'm not going to make a video on everyone who I'm going to match up with for their next fight, so we're going to leave that because there's a lot. I'm going to let things marinate a little bit, take a look at the rankings. But yeah, pretty shit card, guys. Pretty shit card. Mike Perry brought out John Jones and made a little "fuck Tom Aspinall" chant. You guys watching UFC tonight know that Aspinall was in the crowd with a little rubber duck. Hopefully we can get that fight signed soon, so, you know, we can talk about it and start getting excited about it. In every single, like in boxing and really anything, like as soon as the champion, the rightful champion, is back, the interim champion fights him. That's what's happened all the time. They don't wait 2 fights to make it happen. He doesn't have to defend his interim title twice. So yeah, guys, a little ridiculous, but yeah, rundown of the card. Yeah, shit card. Anyways, Basement Breakdown out. Hope you're having a great weekend. Again, guys, loving doing this. Loving, you know, maybe... yeah, I love it. I love this, and I appreciate you guys for subscribing if you want to. If you do, for liking, for watching, you know, whatever. I love MMA. I spend a lot of time watching this. I think we try to face the music, because when we do bad, it makes us want to do better. That can be with MMA picks or in your everyday life. Basement Breakdown out.
Feel the rumble, floor shake below.